now on, this is a criminal investigation. We'll be doing our best to apprehend Kevin Casey immediately, preferably soon.
I'm Madge is your wife.
I think we should finish this now.
Oh, of course. Look, I hope I haven't offended you.
No, you haven't. Thank you so much. You've been fantastic.
Oh, don't mention it. Look, call me if you need anything at all.
I could see you weren't alone today. Don't play with fire next time. You'll get burned.
Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good friends. Good friends.
Right, we're done with the bassinet, but I want you to check the yard again for footprints, signs of forced entry. Don't touch it. We need to keep it clean for forensics. Give a description of the suspect to all the baby shops in the area. Maybe somebody sold a bassinet to this idiot. I'm sorry, honey, but if we can get a clean print, we have a chance of nailing Kevin.
Kevin actually hasn't done anything to harm me.
Oh, what, apart from break into your house and threaten you?
Well, maybe someone left the back door unlocked.
I'm sorry, honey. I don't want to alarm you. That's the last thing I want. But we don't know what else this guy is capable of.
This is Kevin we are talking about. Sweet, gentle Kevin.
I'm sorry, but nobody sweet does this. I want you on your guard.
What am I meant to do?
Just stay close to your old man. Nothing's going to happen to you on my watch.
You should have seen them both, dragging their daughters away like they're about to do some pact with the devil.
They're trying to protect Bree and Rachel from the unknown. It's only natural.
Yeah, well, they're probably the reason Terrence didn't turn up today. Cast such an ugly vibe.
No, that is not the reason. I cancelled him.
Grandad, you had no right.
You were gathering disciples, trying to convert them. Janelle and Susan had every right to be angry. And Scott's family in particular have the right to find their own way to deal with their loss. What you're doing is only hurting them.
Okay. So did you feel hurt when Madge came through to you?
I was confused, frightened. I didn't even know if it was legitimate. It's like playing with fire with emotions, and I want you to stop. Oh, Mr. Chesterton.
Terrence, please. I'm sorry for the interruption.
Well, I'm really sorry for the cancellation today.
Oh, look, there's no need to apologise, really. I understand. I just need to know what to tell all these voices.
Stingray?
Amongst others. Should I tell them that they'll need to find another way to communicate with you?
No. I really want to keep seeing you.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Grandad!
It can be confronting and confusing, I know. Madge told me you'd put up some resistance. She said she would have done the same thing in your place. She was a lot more polite about it than Kerry, I can tell you.
Kerry?
Your mother. She called your grandfather a stubborn old... Well, I suppose I shouldn't say that, but you get my drift. She's really proud that you named your baby after her. Oh, look, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. Look, I really do respect your wishes, and I don't blame you at all. You won't hear from me again.
Mr. Chesterton, Terrence, please come in.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
Do you remember that time we took Kevin pig shooting?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, he hated it. He couldn't even pull the trigger.
Just like all your boyfriends. No stomach for it.
Yeah, but then why would he go and join the army?
The man's a mystery.
And why does he suddenly hate me so much that he wants to hurt me? It's been 8 years.
You're looking for rational answers to a man who doesn't think like that anymore. Maybe you never did. If I could just get a clear picture of the guy, speak to someone who's seen him recently.
What about the army? Surely they know something.
Yeah, too right, but they're not talking. I need a court order to find out why he was discharged. And yes, I'm working on it.
Yeah, but they could at least tell you where he is.
Man just seems to have vanished into thin air.
Like a ghost.
Hey, I'm here. And what does that mean?
The monsters can't get me.
You learned good.
Do you remember her? Kevin's mum?
Yeah, vaguely.
She was a real sweetie. I think I should talk to her.
Think she'd open up to you?
We used to get along really well. It's worth a try, isn't it?
So if we go for ramps front and back, that's going to double the cost, right? No, that's fine. And I still want to go with those bathroom modifications, so perhaps you can send me through another quote with all of that. Great. I'll hear from you soon. Thanks, bye.
Come look at the quote.
That's hardly any of your business.
Well, it is my place you're modifying.
Yeah, and I'm not asking you for a cent.
Well, the government's not going to cover the cost of all those mod cons.
Still not your problem.
So who's going to cover the shortfall?
Frazer can pay me back once the racetrack pays up.
How? We had a deal, remember? You promised not to take the case any further until you got Frazer's permission.
And you promised to get rid of Abby if she didn't improve. Take a look at that.
It's legalese. It's a new language for her.
So it seems as English. The woman can barely spell.
Oh, yeah. So he didn't sign, eh?
As a matter of fact, you're wrong. Frazer did sign his writ, and he's very keen to progress this.
Really?
Yes. Well, instead of standing there like a smart aleck, perhaps you could check Abby's desk to see if there are any messages. There. Perhaps now you'll allow me to get on with my work.
Sure, yeah. Sorry. Rosie, what happens if you don't win the case? You're not going to get your money back. You're going to be in a lot of debt.
I will win. Discussion is over.
When I first suffered a bereavement, a simple act of kindness, like a friend making a cup of tea, was really comforting.
Well, thank you.
Now, Sky, I want you to promise me you'll listen to your grandfather. Stingray's family have every right to grieve however they wish. Everyone's entitled to their own belief system.
I know. It's just that if they met you, they'd totally understand.
They're not ready, and we shouldn't force them. I know I resisted talking to Anne for ages.
Anne?
My first girlfriend. Cancer. I know you understand that.
You know how Madge died?
Look, I really understand if you feel the time's not right. I can finish now, and this will be our last session.
At least let me pay you for your time. With the cancer...
It's not about the money. This is about trust.
Well, we trust you.
You trust each other. You're both sensitive and sensible people. I don't need the departed to tell me that. Now listen to each other. Listen to each other's doubts and needs about all this. And get back to me when you've made a decision.
It is a good idea, Sky. We do need to talk about it more. When we're feeling a little more rationally.
Oh, what is it?
It's Scott again. He's talking about a park with ramps in it.
The skate park.
That's where he wants his ashes scattered.
We don't have to do this.
No, I want this over.
Yes?
Hello, Mrs. Casey, do you remember me? Peppa Steiger.
Oh, my goodness. Of course it is. Oh, what a surprise. Oh, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Let me look at you. Lovelier than ever.
Do you remember my dad?
Mrs. Casey.
Oh, Mary, please. Don't tell me. Alan.
That's right.
Alan and Christine. You had us to your place for Christmas once.
We actually came to talk about...
Kevin? Well, I did have 2 young policemen come here. All I can tell you is what I told them. I haven't seen my son.
I am so sorry.
Oh, no need for you to apologize. You must be so proud of her.
Just a bit.
Look, why don't you two take a seat out in the fresh air and I'll put the kettle on.
Can I help you?
No, I won't be a tick. And then I want to hear about everything you've been doing.
So how could he know about the skate park?
Well, you'd already shown him the skateboard.
Yeah, but I never actually mentioned the skate park.
Oh, no, but it was a reasonable guess.
You know, you're very cute when you get like this.
Hmm?
We're trying to act all practical about it. I can see the glint in your eye, Grandad, and we both know we've landed on something very special.
Oh, it's just that I've always counselled people away from channelers or spiritualists. People who prey on other people's misfortunes.
You know what, Grandad? I'm going to keep seeing him and you can't stop me. Mum and Madge go through him. And you never know. Dave and Serena could even find him too. And then you'd be in tune with the whole family. How can you say no to that?
Oh, well, I suppose once more wouldn't hurt. Just for curiosity.
Let me guess. Rosie sent you to make sure I'm eating my strained veggies.
No, I just wanted to say that I'm fine with any changes you want to make to the house.
What?
Well, yeah, it's the owner of the place. You want to put any ramps or whatnot, you know, that's fine by me.
Why would I want to do that? I'm not even sure I'm going to go back.
Oh, then why is Rosie bending over backwards getting quotes from builders?
Because she's a control freak.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Look, the only thing I've asked Rosie to do is leave me alone, and I really wish she would.
Just don't push people away, because you actually do need them.
Okay. See ya.
All right, fine. I'll give you updates of your cases as they come through.
Whoa. What case?
The one against the race club. To get a payout?
How many times do I have to say it? I'm not interested in going to court. Never was, never will be.
Then why did you sign your writ?
I haven't signed anything.
You going somewhere?
To the court. I need to lodge Frazer's writ as soon as possible.
Yeah, I just come from seeing him.
Why?
To offer my support.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, well, remember when I copped that bullet in the back? This much further and I'd be in the same boat as him.
Oh, I guess you're one of the lucky ones.
Yeah, I know. Poor old Frazer too. Not only has he lost the use of his legs, but he's lost his marbles too. You forged his signature. Now, why would you go and do something like that? You could ruin your career and mine.
I know.
Yeah, so what are you thinking?
Frazer needs to be compensated for what's happening to him, and he needs somebody to help him.
Rosie, he doesn't want your help.
No, if I don't have this court case, then
You don't have Frazer? Don't you think once he finds out you forged his consent, it's going to be curtains anyway?
You don't understand. I don't know who that person in the hospital is, but it's not Frazer.
Rosie...
It's not, but soon the real Frazer's going to come back, and when he does, he'll understand why I've done this for him, and he'll be grateful.
Here we go. And I've even remembered how you like it, white with none. And biscuits fresh from the oven.
You still bake. No one does that anymore.
Well, then they're silly. I must have sensed that you were coming.
Thank you, Mrs. Casey.
What did I tell you?
Sorry, Mary. Old habits die hard.
Sergeant, I've drawn a blank with you, I'm afraid.
That's fine. I might let mine cool for a bit while I take a wander.
You're going to case the joint.
Just admiring your garden.
Just as well. I live a very boring life, you know. You know, seeing you sitting there, you could almost believe it was 10 years ago and Kevin is about to clump in with mud all over his boots.
And you would say, not on my clean floor, you don't.
There's such a tragedy. All those things that happened. He was broken-hearted, you know.
I had a miscarriage.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
But it's important. Does Kevin understand it was out of my control, or does he still believe that I chose to lose the baby?
It's all water under the bridge.
No, I think that's why he's doing all of these things, stalking me. I am so sorry. He's your son. You didn't need to hear that.
I lied.
About what?
When the police came, and I told them I hadn't seen him.
But you have.
I'm sorry. But what do you expect?
Of course, you have to protect him.
I can trust you, can't I? I know I can. He was here. But He was all over the place. He was so worked up and angry, upset about something. He didn't say what. I just assumed it was something to do with his being dismissed from the army.
Do you know where he is now?
I'm just so scared that he's going to do something really stupid. Oh, not you, darling. He would never hurt you. When you were around, this house was full of laughter. And now it's just me in a house full of ghosts.
Well, now we're back in contact. I'll make sure I come and visit you again.
That would be really nice.
You sure about this?
Yeah, absolutely. Granddad and I want to continue.
Well, I'm pleased. And so is Stingray.
I know this isn't a proper session or anything, but can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Before Stingray died, I was having premonitions, I guess you'd call it. Everyone was saying it was because what was wrong with Kerry, and maybe it was. I wasn't sleeping, and all I could think was something bad was going to happen to Stingray, and then it did. And what I want to know is, could I have stopped it?
No, of course not. It was his time. But why didn't you tell me this before? You should have, you know. This is important.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Does this change things?
There's no need for you to be sorry. I guess it's quite the opposite. Now it all makes sense.
What does?
I knew there was something.
With what?
You. You have the gift.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
Sorry, I'm jumping all the time lately.
Ain't nothing to worry about. Moz is on patrol out there. That dog can sniff a crim at 50 paces.
It's funny, you know, seeing Mary today made me think. I treated her and Kevin so badly. I just walked out of their lives. All I cared about was me. I wanted a new start. That's all that mattered.
You were only a kid.
I was old enough.
You'd been through a lot.
I was selfish.
So what do you say? This guy has the right to threaten you and stalk you because you broke off a teenage love affair? None of this is your fault.
Well, it's not Mary's fault either.
You can't feel responsible.
I don't. But I promised Mary that I'd go back and visit her, and I'm going to stick to that.
I don't think so, love.
She's a nice lady. Can't see what harm it could do.
Police, please. I just wanted to talk to someone. It's about my son. No. It's just everything that's been happening. No, oh, look, silly me. No, it's fine. He's fine. It really doesn't matter now. I'm sorry. Thanks. Bye.
One time I was visiting my mum's memorial, and I swear I saw the name Timmins on the headstone. And then before his operation, I had a dream where he faded away from a photo.
You truly are gifted. And now we know he didn't die in vain. His passing has unlocked something in you. Your vision. Isn't that a wonderful thought?
I suppose.
It's an extremely intensive thing to guide someone through. I mean, you have to be sure you can manage it, both emotionally and financially.
It's going to cost a lot.
Look, I'll do a few sums, but you'll make it back easily when you get clients of your own.
Are you saying I'm going to be able to do what you do?
There's nothing more satisfying than seeing the look on someone's face when they get a message from someone they loved.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about it.
Yeah, this is a decision that you should make alone. There's so few people out there that understand us, so it's really hard to seek opinions.
Yeah.
Soon you won't need to come to me at all to talk to Stingray. So what do you think?
I'm sorry. I know I should be more excited. It's just...
You're frightened. Of course you are. I was exactly the same when it happened to me.
Well. Who's been telling Porky?
You can talk.
Me.
You swore you'd go to rehab, but I checked, and you haven't even made it to a single session.
I'm not sure that quite equates with fraud.
I'm trying to help you.
And I'm trying to tell you I don't need your help. Find someone else to feel sorry for, will you? Because I've never been good with pity.
It's not pity.
All right? What do you call it?
Love. There, I've said it. I'm in love with you. And I want us to face this together. Say something.